decision tree. Decisions you make today, how they impact your future. Do you think about how you make decisions, and if you put them on a timeline, can you look back to identify which decisions in a big chain of decisions have brought you where you are today, enjoying your reality, your lived reality, perceived reality today. Very important. So decision tree. Each time you make a decision, it's important to think, ahead in time. Like in your imagination, try to move the needle 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 8 years from now, 10 years from now. How would the decision you make today, if it's a big decision, is going to live to impact your life and is going to reflect in your life 10 years from now. So this one here is the shard. Okay, that's the shard. This is the walkie-talkie building. Yeah, I know, interesting name, isn't it? This is the Oxford Tower. Very nice. Let me see, what else do I recognize? This is St. Paul's Cathedral. This is the St. Paul's Cathedral. And I can't see the gherkin here yet, but we'll see later on. Oh, yes, and this is the obelisk, the London obelisk. In case you didn't know, this is from Egypt, I believe it is. There are only 3 of them in the world. One is in London, here. The other one is in Washington, and the third is in the Vatican. When contemplating a big decision, or any big decision in life, it's good to think ahead and see how that might possibly impact you down the line. And then, run as many possible scenarios as you can, and then maybe come back today and see if you can tweak, you can revisit, you can amend your decision so that, the decision you make today is going to bring ultimate, optimal benefits to you in the future. Not just in, near future, but also the long-term future. Decisions are really hard, especially the important ones that affect the rest of our lives. I was listening to a podcast saying, the person on the podcast, the guest, was saying that although they had people in their lives, sometimes they felt really lonely. And in my mind, I'm thinking, of course, especially when probably they were facing life-changing decisions or life-changing decision-making, no matter how many people they would have around them, no matter how many people you have around you, those kind of decisions you only make on your own. I guess that's the reason why some people may feel lonely in those moments, because, isn't it, we write our own future through the decisions we are making. So yes, big decisions, while we are making them, sometimes it's not something we can do on the spot. We have to take time to think through implications, benefits, rewards, but also consequences for our decisions. So while we take this time to think through, I agree, it can feel quite lonely, even among many people, even surrounded by many friends and family. I'm going to share with you a big decision I made early on in my career. And if you're inspired by this, I'm hoping you can share too in the comments below. So when I was starting out in my career, after contract was nearing the end, I made the decision that influenced and impacted the rest of my life, which was to ask a ridiculous amount of money, as in a salary increase. If not, I was going to walk away, which I did. In the end, I did walk away. And that was the most important decision back then, because I was early on in my career. That was a job that I got through a real miracle. It was really hard to come by jobs in the sector I was working in. I was in a very small town, and once I made the decision to say no to renewing that contract, I had to actually leave that small town and move to the capital of the country where I was at that point in time, and start over. So how about you? What decisions have you made early on? What decisions have you made recently that have impacted your life positively, or not so positively? Anything you can share with us, leave down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon in one of my next videos. Take care.